Hey guys, what is up? Sloppy here, playing some more Creativerse. Look at this beautiful mud hole. Isn't it a gorgeous place? Look at what happens if I press O. You can see yourself. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I look like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love it. How cool would it be to be the 90s again? When everyone didn't have a cell phone and, I don't know, Backstreet Boys were a thing still? I don't know. The 90s was a strange time. Anywho, look at this place. Isn't it lovely? Gingerbread houses everywhere. It just makes you want to cuddle up next to a fire and just sort of stay warm, huh? Anywho, since we last left off, I finished almost this house. I got a fireplace over here, which I'm going to raise up one because it doesn't really work down low. I thought it'd be kind of cool, but turns out it's not. So there's a little fireplace. Anywho, I gotta make some more glass and whatever, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. We're not gonna worry about that right now. Today, I told you guys I wanted to build a Christmas tree, which is still true. I do want to build a Christmas tree in the center of this square. There's also something else that I think is of utmost importance. Now, looking around this place, what's the one thing that stands out? A lot of gingerbread. A lot of gingerbread. It's a little gingerbread town. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of gingerbread. You know what gingerbread is in this game? It's called ginger loaf, I believe. Let's look. I don't. Called ginger loaf. This stuff, gingerbread loaf. Gingerbread loaf is a lovely food. I imagine it tastes like ginger. It's probably a lovely Christmas treat. A lot of it going through this town. This is what they eat non-stop. This is what they make their houses out of. But as of right now, they have no way to make it. They gotta ship it all in. It's like Australia looking for something. I don't know. They're a very isolated country. I imagine they ship a lot of things in. I don't know. I don't know. It's like getting oranges in Canada in the winter. We can't grow oranges in the winter, so we ship them up. They have to ship in their gingerbread loaf, right? Yeah. Until now. Today, we're going to build them a bakery. They need a bakery to make all of their gingerbread loaves so they can build their houses and eat and feed their kids and whatever else you use gingerbread for in this town. So that's what our first mission today is. A working gingerbread bakery. Gingerbread loaf. Gingerbread loaf bakery. Which I think is going to go right here. I think would be the ideal spot for it. Maybe tucked slightly away. Because it's, you know, when you're making gingerbread, there's a lot of fumes. Even though every house here has apparently a fire. You know what? It would actually make most sense to put it on this side. Yeah. Let's clear out a little bit of an area. We're going to put the gingerbread bakery right here, right now. Well, there it is. I don't like the roof, I'll say that much. I just sort of started placing down blocks. That's how I've started a lot of these buildings and then kind of changed them as I go. I don't know what I want to do for a roof here. I kind of want to use both of these blocks, but I also don't want it to be huge. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think what I'm going to do is make the building, and then I'll worry about the roof after the fact. I think is what I'm going to do. I kind of want to avoid doing this, because I like the way this is kind of looking without this kind of trim, like where it goes one further. Yeah, I don't like that. I like seeing the blocks, and more or less I'm going to have to go back to spawn for some things, because we can't make any more glass here. I don't have any more coal. I don't have any more, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. So I have to go load up on some resources, but we can kind of get this into place. So the issue being, I actually want this to be functional. I actually want to use this for getting resources. So with that in mind, it needs to be a decent-ish size. I'm thinking at the back here we're going to have the oven. The oven, which probably isn't actually. We're gonna try and like make this like. We're gonna try and decorate it in such a way that it actually kind of resembles a real bakery. Not that I know anything about real bakeries, but you know, at least pretend. So the cooking station, I kind of want to be like, you know, the bread ovens, those big ovens. I'm thinking of a pizza oven, but it's whatever. I kind of want like something like that back there. I sound like the most indecisive. I'm just hemming and hawing nonstop, but I want to get a structure up, and then we're going to talk about some interior decorating, because I kind of want to make it pretty cool inside, you know? Okay. An idea. I wanted to use these candy cane fences more. I want to get them involved somehow. Thought, why not do like a grander entrance for this place than I have been doing? I kind of want to see if I could I don't really think that adds much. Okay, now I can't pick these up. Oh, okay. You have to like be like perfect. It's one of those blocks like doors and stuff now. They used to be fine, but now you have to like line them up perfectly. Whatever. Where's the block I'm looking for? These guys here. How come some blocks are such different colors in the menu as opposed to... Anyway. We're missing one, no big deal, but yeah, I kind of wanted like a grander entrance to this. I want it to be kind of a bit, you know, more of like a, oh look, there's something. Does that make sense? I wanted it to be more of like a grand thing to see, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Anywho, let's talk about the interior. So this is going to go back to there. So we actually have quite a bit of room to play with. So basically what we need in here is somewhere to pick up molasses, like one of the infinite molasses generators. Wheat, somewhere to grow / harvest wheat, and a cooking station. So overall, that's not actually that much stuff, but we need to make it in such a way that it looks good and that it's actually functional enough that we can make our gingerbread loaf here. So with that in mind, I'm going to get the rest of the structure up so that we know exactly how much space is. I'll put in a floor and the walls, and then we'll talk about where we want to put stuff and how we want to kind of lay it out. The walls and stuff are... And that's really cool. I'm sitting here playing Creativerse, you know, screwing around, trying things out. On the other screen, I've got MLG Vegas open, watching Call of Duty. And I got to thinking, do you guys watch any esports? I've started watching esports a little bit. I like trying to get into it. I don't really like... Walden's over here, too. You can see him bouncing around. I'm not a really big fan of Counter-Strike. Just never have been. It's a little slow-paced for me. I like Battlefield. But I've been getting into the Call of Duty esports, and I'm having a good time watching. I'm just curious if you guys watch any esports. I don't really play League of Legends or anything else either. So COD's really the only one that I would watch. Maybe if there was like a Madden esports, I think that'd be cool. But anyway... You're gonna make the candy canes out of candy cane blocks. No, I am not, sir. I explained that in last episode why I don't want to do that. But anyway, I'm looking at this, and it's kind of coming together, except a lot of these walls, like these ones back here, I'm kind of like, well, they don't fully make sense until we put stuff in them. Like, these aren't gonna have windows, so I don't really want to make them the exact same. So with that in mind, I think it's time to get started on the interior decorating. So I think first thing is I'm going to put the wheat underground because I want to have a large collection of wheat because frankly we're going to need a ton of ginger loaf. Also, Walden brought me a bunch of freeze resist potions. Really nice of him. Good guy, Walden. Also, he brought me, I needed one more for the holiday. I didn't have this recipe. So now I have all the recipes for all the holidays. Very cool. Anywho, so where was I? Designing it. I want to have the wheat downstairs just because I think it's like something where I think having it up top, like there's just not enough space. I want to be able to produce a lot of wheat. Because when I come over here, I want to just bang out some wheat. The other thing about the wheat is you need 4 per ginger loaf, which is actually quite a bit. So I want to have kind of a large supply of that. So the wheat's going to go underground, which gives us even more room back here. I was thinking of doing dual molasses dispensers in this wall here. It's all hidden underneath snow, so that's actually pretty good. We have dual molasses dispensers over here. We're going to have a stairway down. Thinking maybe over here, maybe over here. Haven't fully figured that out yet. It is dark. Let me put down some torches or something. This is very dark. We're going to have some stairs somewhere in here. Maybe over here, maybe over here. Still haven't decided that, but we're going to have molasses dispensers, the wheat underground. I want some storage area. I also want an area, you know, they have to like roll it, or the dough. I don't know. There's got to be some sort of way they make it. So we're going to have some sort of counter. Basically, we're going to have a counter right here. So you don't actually go back there, right? The workers bring it out to you. So there's going to be a counter with the oven and some room to... I don't know how you make bread. I have absolutely no idea. But I imagine there's some process at some point where you are playing with dough as opposed to just putting it in the oven. So we need a little bit of room back there for a little kitchen, a counter, and then this side is where you buy your goods. So there's going to be you know, storage and stuff where you can buy things. And then the molasses dispenser, because who doesn't go to the bakery for molasses, I guess. A lot of question marks in all of those statements, but essentially that's the plan. I'm going to start implementing it. Right. Well, I was about to update you guys. My computer decided that it needed to update right now. So thank you, Microsoft. Thank you, Windows. You guys are stellar. Let's look in here. Let's look in here. I've done quite a bit of work. First off, you guys can see I've got a little area. I decided to use the presents. I was going to use like normal chests, make it look a little bit more professional, but let's add some colors. These are the molasses. They both work. It's pretty simple. I decided to go full gingerbread in there, so even if you take away a block, it's all gingerbread, which is kind of cool, except you'll never see the back blocks if the server's working okay. So this is the area. I put in a desk, a counter, I guess, would be a more apt description. I put a processor and a furnace back here. This is where we're going to have the oven, which is going to take a little bit of effort. Down here is where we're going to have this. And so if you look in the top right corner, you can see the temperature. We need to keep the temperature high. So I've spammed torches. I'm hoping this is high enough, torched enough. Let's find out. So if that stays water, I believe we can grow everything we want down here. I believe we can grow everything we want down here. The only thing I will do is we're going to change this. I'm going to make it all just the plain gingerbread, because I mean this is basically a little farm, right? We don't need it to be fancy. Let's see. I think we are good. The only thing I think I'll do is put torches along here for this outer edge. You can see it's got a blue X. Is that the color it normally has? It usually has a green X or something, right? So yeah, we need some more torches perhaps. I don't know if the torches underneath actually do anything, to be fair. Yeah, you're unnecessary. Let's put... This is a lot. This is a lot. Should we put them down here? I guess so, right? We should probably put them at the level like this. Then can I plant anything on that? I guess would be my next question. My next question, can we plant anything on that? No. Okay, so they do have to be one up. Anyway, this is what I'm doing down here. I'm hoping it works. I don't know. It says fallow. That's not good. It says fallow. Fallow. I want to be able to farm here. This is my issue. I need to be able to farm. It says fallow. Dirt. So I can plant it, but it won't grow? Is that the idea? It's hot enough, though. It's 66. It's not going to let me grow here, is it? It's not going to let me grow wheat here. Well, it appears this area down here is useless. We'll keep it, I think, as a storeroom, because I've already done it all. So we'll keep this as a storeroom. Let's turn off that light. Well, I fell in a cave earlier, okay? I fell in a cave. It was embarrassing. Had to turn on my light to find my way out. We'll keep this as a storeroom, but that is super, super disappointing. What the hell, Creativerse? I did everything you wanted. So we're going to have to find somewhere else to get wheat from. No big deal. Anyway, let's focus up here. I'm going to try and make an oven. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try. Well, I died. I'm sitting here watching this Call of Duty tournament, and it's all going well. I'm having a good time, and I'm like, you know what? We can't plant wheat here. Shit. Well, I'm going to go as close as I possibly can, plop down a teleporter, and we're going to have a wheat field there. Weirdly enough, it's a canyon. That's the closest thing. And all of my armor, I made all this Lumite armor. It lasts like 3 fights, it's like, I don't see a point in making it, because it just doesn't last long enough to, like, justify the price. So I'm armorless, which means I'm getting spanked by these dust devils, which sucks. But, yeah. I'm going to put it over here. This is where... Like, I was so far away from him. That's what I don't understand. I don't get these hitboxes. I'm so far away from them, and it's just like, ugh, come on. Okie dokie. So, I just planted all the seeds I had. We just destroyed this beautiful oasis in the bottom of this canyon, and, yeah. Yeah. I just picked up some armor that was at spawn. Whoever put it there, thank you. I assume it was Walden, but whoever put that there, thank you. I'm using it, and it's beautiful. Alright, let's head back to our bakery. So now, if you're a baker there, you have to use a teleporter to go pick up wheat to make your gingerbread loaf, which isn't the greatest system, but you know what? Complain to your boss about the unstable working conditions, because I'm frustrated with it too. Anyway, so yeah, down here, I guess we'll just put storage or something, but up here, everything is looking good. I'm a big fan of what's happening here. I put in this oven. Now, I'm not going to say it's great. I'm not going to say that at all. But I think it's accurate to what a pizza oven looks like. I don't know what an actual bakery has in the back. I've never been in the back of a bakery. I rarely go in bakeries. I just buy bread at the grocery store because that's just who I am, okay? So I put this up and I was like, well, that is super plain. But then I was like, well, it kind of looks exactly like what I have in my head. And there is a fireplace down here. It doesn't really do anything because you can't really... Thought you might be able to see the flames. You can't, but you can access the cooking station, which is kind of cool, I guess. I feel like we need more back here, like some signs and whatnot, because right now it's pretty barren. Anywho, there was one thing I wanted to do, which was to finish up the roof real fast. I wanted to put on the roof just so I can kind of get my bearings around this place. I think I am just going to go with this roof. I think it'll look kind of good. It's not super like overstated. These roofs are very large. If I did these roofs, it'd be very large going this way, and going that way I think it would look too flat, almost in a weird way. So I like kind of the way it is right now, which is what I'm going to continue, and then we're going to look more at the area and see kind of what else we need. But yeah, so I'll be right back with that all nice and done up. I had to kind of AFK a bit, let some wheat grow, but we got a roof on this. I don't know if I like it, but I got the glass in. It's kind of weird, but I like it. It's kind of weird, but I like it, you know? So we got torches are an option to light this place. We've also got these guys, which I haven't made use of much yet. I find they look a bit strange, but I could do this along this place. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. So that's kind of cool. Let's put these guys up here. They don't light much, though. I will say that. They're not like a great light. Let's see. Now we could go along this side, too. But, like, really, they're a pretty shooty light source. I don't want to swear, but... It's sort of like the... Walden was talking to me. What was the other block he was talking about? The LEDs. They're really cool. They add some color to the game, but they don't give off much light. So I'm going to need lights down here too. So let's put the torches maybe just on these blocks. Here. Just to kind of warm up this place because it's pretty dark at the moment. It's pretty dark at the moment, I would say. But yeah, this is the inside of the bakery. I think it's real nice and cozy. I do think it could do with some signs or something back here. Let me know if there's something sort of back here I could put. I don't know. But it's all very festive. I really like it. I'm just spinning. That's probably super annoying. But I think this is nice. So, let's go outside, look at our bakery. Yeah, it's not great, but like, if we get like an angle over here, I gotta stop putting chimneys everywhere. I think it fits in with the area nicely. It's a little bigger so you can tell it's not just like a house. Yeah, I think that's nice. I'm also going to take these blocks down. I don't need these references anymore. I think I kind of know all the blocks. So let's talk about one of these blocks here. Oh man, they really need to fix this issue. It's really hard to pick up doors. You have to stare in like a very specific spot. But let's talk about some of these blocks. One in particular. Let's talk about this block here. This block here... It's very difficult to build with, I find. I find it very difficult to build with this block because it's, like, Like, if anything, it's sort of like an accent block. It's kind of a nice pop of color, but at the same time, it's kind of tricky. You can't really build candy canes out of it because it has this square texture. See what I mean? It's just kind of weird. So, what I was thinking about was maybe just like dotting them kind of all over the place. You know, like maybe up here. Just kind of like putting them in random places. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if that's like a kind of an interesting, fun thing to do. I don't know. Let me know what you guys do with these blocks, because I'm having trouble sort of fitting them in here. Like, I think like kind of along the hills, it's like kind of cool. You see, like they kind of add like a speck of color, a little bit of interest, but they're not really anything. I'm also going to put some of these candy canes further out, and maybe even some facades of houses. Speaking of houses, I've taken over this one. This is now my house. I've got some storage that I moved. It used to be underneath this thing. So I've taken that house. I also put the teleporter in this house. I don't know if I'm going to have a specific thing for the teleporter, but I thought this house was kind of nice because you kind of walk out and it's like, oh, you're kind of like in the center of town. I don't know what's going to be over there yet. Any ideas would be appreciated. I like the comments for ideas, but yeah, something's going to be over there. I need more stuff in this area, so that's on the list of things I got to do. But yeah, I thought this was a cool place for the teleporter because it kind of comes out and you're like, oh, what a lovely little city. What a lovely little town. But that's about all I have time for today. I wasted a lot of time with updating my computer and then just sort of chilling and playing around. But we can make gingerbread loaf now, which is so important because everything takes gingerbread loaf. So we've got a molasses generator, we've got a wheat farm that it's fine. Yeah, we got a wheat farm that's a fairly decent size. But I actually quite like this house. Next time, I want to tackle this town square. I don't much care for the path anymore. So we're gonna change up the path, I think. I also want to put the tree in the middle. That's my next time plan. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed it. I asked a bunch of questions, so if you want to leave a comment about any of those or just anything, and subscribe for more Creativerse and whatnot, and come back next time because it's tree time next time. I said that last time, but then I built this because we need a gingerbread loaf. So anyway, next time we're building the giant Christmas tree in the middle. I think it's gonna be really cool. So I'll see you guys then. Ciao.